Now, whether you bought your first share of AMC stock yesterday or you've been investing before you even knew what a short squeeze was, the thing on everybody's mind right now is where should we get out? When should we take our profit on AMC stock? Can we hit 100? Can we hit 1,000? Can we hit $10,000 per share? I mean, the price targets are all over the place here, but listen, I want everybody to make as much money as possible. So in this video, let's go over a couple strategies and hopefully you can find one that will be perfect for you to take advantage of every cent possible in your trade for AMC stock. And then at the end of the video, let's talk about something that I don't want to see anybody doing with their shares of AMC stock. Avoid this at all costs. Now, if all of this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Join us, become a bro. We're here every single day and we're growing our portfolios together. All right, now let's jump right into it because, listen, I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching this video is probably holding a share of AMC stock. If you're not, it's not too late to get into the game. I see that question a lot. Is it too late to buy? Absolutely not. We haven't started the squeeze yet. And look, if you want to get a share of AMC, sign up for Webull down below, deposit $100, go ahead, get your 2 free stocks, sell those stocks, and buy a share of AMC. There you go. You've got a share of AMC and you didn't have to spend a dime to get it. Excellent strategy, and you will be able to hold that share. But let's go back to, formulating a plan and kind of talking about how high we can expect this price to go. Look, if you're looking for an exact number, nobody can give you an exact number. Is 100 possible? Absolutely. Is 1,000 possible if people can hold out? Is 10,000 possible? I'm going to be stretched to say, that's, I don't want to call it a dream, but we're starting to get a little unrealistic, when I think we're talking those levels. And beyond that, it would take a lot. Now, why do I think that it would take a lot? Because look, guys, as soon as the price doubles, triples, quadruples, quintuples, you're going to have a lot of people very tempted to take profit. I mean, if you're holding 1,000 shares and you see the price go up to $100 per share, I mean, we're going to have a lot of people with $100,000 in their account. That's a lot of money. So there's going to be a lot of temptation on the way, and this video is going to be all about setting your plan in place right now so you don't have to deal with that temptation. So you're not tempted to take your profit when AMC stock hits $30 instead of $300. Or you don't want to take your profit at $30 when it hits $3,000, okay? So we want to get rid of all the emotion. We want to get rid of all the fear. And yes, it will be very exciting when AMC stock starts to squeeze. Do not get me wrong. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't want anybody to have the fear of missing out or some sort of fear that's going to cause them to make any money less than they should be taking off the table. So let's go over the pros and cons of using things like a stop loss, a take profit, and then after we're done with that, let's talk about what I don't want to see anybody do. So number one, if we're using a stop loss, here's going to be the pros and cons of that. One, if you use a very tight stop loss, say something that you would normally use on a stock might be like a 5 or 10% stop loss, right? This is going to get blown through, so quickly when AMC stock squeezes, because there's going to be a lot of volatility on the way up. It's not just going to shoot and rocket straight up. It's not going to be a nice straight line where you never have to worry about a pullback. So if you're going to be using a stop loss, you need to make sure that you give it enough room to I don't want to say wiggle, but give it enough room to be volatile, because you should absolutely expect volatility when AMC stock blasts off. I mean, if you look at GameStop as an example of when it was really shooting higher back in, January, February, you saw the price shoot all the way up to $480, all the way back down to $100. This is in one day. This is one day's price action, right? There were huge swings, and you're going to get stopped out if you use a stop loss on the way up. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't buy back in, right? It doesn't mean that you can't get back into the stock as we squeeze. Now, a lot of people wonder, is the squeeze going to happen in a period of 1 day? Is it going to be overnight? Like, what's going on there? What's with that time frame? Look, that's all going to depend on daily volume. If the days to cover for the short positions is extremely high, let's say daily volume is as low as possible, this is going to be a much better scenario and a lot less emotional because we know that there's going to be plenty of days to take advantage of the squeeze. So kind of the pros of using a stop loss would be that, you know, if you put it on after you're profitable, you're guaranteed to be profitable, right? But the cons, the volatility is almost guaranteed to stop you out. Now let's talk about using a profit target or a take profit line. This can be good in a couple ways. The pros would be if you set your profit target where you're comfortable with, where you say, if I walk away with AMC hitting $500 a share and I can walk away from that trade knowing I did what was good for me, excellent. The best thing that you can walk away with there is knowing that you already made that line up in your mind, you hit that price target, and you did what was right for you. Yeah, maybe you left some money on the table because look, guys, at the end of the day, nobody is going to be able to time the peak perfectly. So you have to do what's best for you, okay? And if that means setting a price target and letting it hit it, blow right through it and continue higher, you're going to have to know that you're going to have to live with that, right? Because at that point, just know that nobody's going to time it perfectly. If you get the fear of missing out or anything like that, nobody's going to hit this perfect. Now, the cons of using this is absolutely, you could set a profit target. Let's say you set a profit target at $200 a share, and you wake up tomorrow and AMC's trading at $2,000 per share, right? On one hand, yes, 200, you were happy with that. On the other hand, you wake up and AMC's trading at $2,000 a share, and it's like, oh my gosh, I potentially just made the worst mistake of my life. You know, that could be on a lot of people's minds. So you really have to be comfortable with the profit target that you set, knowing that that could happen, knowing that you're probably not going to time it absolutely perfect. Now, a combination of these could potentially be the best trade. I mean, if you've got a price target in mind, if you want to think about it, if you want to set something that you consider ridiculous as your price target, if you don't think there's any chance of AMC hitting $2,000 a share and you want to set your price target there and have a trailing stop, follow it on the way up, absolutely. You can use a combination of these profit targets to really take advantage of the market and your situation. If you want to say, okay, well, I want to watch AMC reach $1,000 per share, and then once it hits that, that's my crazy profit target. Once it hits that, I'll just let it trail. If it's volatile, if it falls back, excellent. I still made more money than I ever dreamed I would. Perfect strategy. Now, guys, here is the thing that I don't want to see anybody do, okay? I know there's a lot of talk about selling on the way down, okay? Good strategy, yes. But going into that, it could fall a lot faster than it rises. Now, let's go over why real quick before we end the video here. It could fall a lot faster than it rises because we're going to pretty much know, based on volume, once it starts to squeeze, how many shares are potentially being covered here, right? We know that if there's 70 million, or if you use the different numbers that cover all of the synthetic shorts and stuff out there, your numbers are in the billions, right? So use whichever number you're comfortable with. I'm comfortable with the numbers reported at 70 million. So if you know that daily volume is around 7 million shares per day, they have 10 trading days that they're going to need to cover, all right? You're going to know that it can take a while to rise there, and they're not going to be able to cover those shares. Now, on the way down, you've got to assume that those shares are covered, that the stock price is falling because people are, panic selling. They're getting out. It could gradually rise over a week, over 2 weeks, and then boom, fall right off, okay? So if you're waiting for the peak, and if you're waiting for the ride back down, don't get caught sleeping, okay? Do not get caught sleeping. Because at the end of the day, I don't know how many shares you have in your portfolio, but at the end of the day, if you take profit on the way up, I can almost guarantee that you're not holding enough shares that would move the market, okay? if you take profit on the way up, whether you're holding 1,000 shares or whether you hold 1 share or 100,000 shares, you're not going to cause market movement, and you're not going to move the price of the stock enough to do anything or squander the squeeze for anybody else. I mean, you'd have to be sitting on 70 million shares to allow all the hedge funds to cover all of their short positions. And I know nobody, at least nobody watching this channel, has 70 million shares in their portfolio. So I'm not too worried if you take your profit on the way up, knowing that you did what's right for you. But look, here's what I absolutely don't want to see anybody do. Please, please, please know that AMC stock is a technical play. It is a very speculative trade right now. Do not get caught up in the idea that, well, I can hold my stocks through the squeeze, and then AMC is still going to be a good company afterwards. You will not see, based on fundamentals, based on AMC being a good company, you will never see AMC trade at prices based on fundamentals that you're going to see AMC trading based on this short squeeze, okay? AMC will never trade at $1,000 per share based on fundamentals, unless, of course, they buy back all but 100,000 shares or something. You know, with the amount of shares outstanding right now, AMC will never trade at $1,000 per share based on fundamentals. So please take advantage of the squeeze. Do not hold your stock all the way to the peak and then all the way back down to $10. Sell your stocks during the short squeeze at some point. If you invest in AMC afterwards, if you think that AMC has what it takes to be a great company and to make it, absolutely buy the stock back afterwards. But please take advantage of this price swing that we're going to see during the short squeeze. It's going to be so much better. This trade, this short squeeze, guys, is going to be historic. I hope that everybody knows the potential here. The potential is unlimited, okay? Our weakest link is going to be people being tempted to take profits, okay? It's going to be the fact that AMC could potentially issue more shares. It's going to be the institutional holders that are acting logically, right? That's going to be the weakest link. Please, I'm not begging, guys, at this point. I'm just saying, you know, do what's best for you. Do not get stuck holding the bag and you're back down to $10 a share and you're thinking, man, I could have cashed out AMC at $3,000 a share. Do not be the person that tells that story. You know, be the person that says, man, I cashed out at $2,600 a share. It went up to $3,000 and then 3 minutes later it was back down to $100 a share. Okay, that's the story I want to see in everybody's comments, in everybody's videos, in everybody's investment portfolio. Make as much money as possible. Take advantage of this situation. And guys, we are going to be talking about this for the rest of our lives. It's going to be amazing. Now look, if you're brand new to investing, I mentioned the link before. Use that link down in the description below for Webull. It is super simple to set up your account. Deposit $100. You're going to get a couple free stocks just for doing so. If you're still here after 13 minutes, guys, and that subscribe button is still red, click the subscribe button, join the channel, become a bro. We're here every single day, and we're growing our portfolios together. And look, share this video. Let somebody know the benefits, the pros and cons of using stop losses and take profits and all of that stuff. Let them know what's going on here. Let them know that they shouldn't be holding AMC throughout the entire squeeze and watching it drop back down. They can always buy back in. Share them or share this video. Tag me almost anywhere at Claybro or Claybro883. I would love to follow you guys back. Now, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.